What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So I was thinking about what to upload for today, and I was looking at my collection, and I was like, man, it seems like people have basically forgotten about this Windcharger figure right here that came out around 2010, 2011, from what I can remember, during the Reveal the Shield subline, which is why he's got the rub symbol right here on his chest, which I think still works. Let me try it out here. Rub it good. Yeah, it works. You can see the Autobot logo right there. Surprise, surprise, he's an Autobot. Who would have known? I wouldn't have thunk it. But yeah, pretty cool feature there that you don't see on modern day Transformers, which is crazy to say that a 2010 figure isn't really modern anymore. Time flies. It makes time feel so old. But yeah, this is still a very good figure. If they were to do an update on this, like a deluxe class, oop, I almost dropped him, like a deluxe class figure, like what they've been doing with the mini bots the past few years, I think it would be great articulation wise and probably engineering wise as well. It would probably be better than this. But in terms of the look, this is sort of based off of the IDW look that Windcharger had around this time in the comic books. And a helicopter is going by my place. Yay. But some nice sculpted details all the way around. It does have a little bit of a backpack. It can angle out a little bit there for whatever purpose that might serve, but there's that. So not much paint on him. I mean, this is a Scout class figure. He came out around 2010, 2011. He was like $7-8, so super cheap, especially for today's standards. I really wish they would go back down to those prices, but hey, it's not 2010 anymore. That sculpt looks very good. Got some nice silver there for the face, and his eyes, they're like this weird color. Let me get the light on it better. It's like this weird sort of dark metallic blue there for the eyes. It's kind of strange the way it picks it up on camera. Come on, camera, focus. Focus. There we go. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. It's a little strange, the eye color they use. They do it sometimes still today, but still good. Yeah, the body, he's got these two guns on each side. They got these old MechTech clips, or just Generations ports. I don't know if you guys remember. Some of you guys may not be old enough watching this video to remember, but the weapon feature before the 5mm ports during the Siege, it was these clips that you could interchange with any of the weapons back then. And you may be wondering, how does he have hands? Well, the cool feature about this is the weapons are built in, and you just flip it out, and there are his little itsy bitsy red hands. Come on, camera, focus again. Got some nice sculpted details there. The hands are open. They're like doing this sort of position. Just regular opened hands. You can kind of see there. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera because the red plastic, but pretty good. And then, of course, I'll demonstrate again. You just flip it in like that, and the hand flips out. Pretty cool. I really love this feature. I wish they would do this on more Transformers figures, but still, nonetheless, I'm still glad that they did it on this Windcharger here. Now, for his articulation, it's pretty good. It's a little limited in some areas and a little outdated, but, you know, you gotta understand this is like a $7-8 figure back then, so it's a little understandable. So he's got a ball-jointed head. He could look up a fair amount. He could look up that much, down that much, rotate. You got a little bit of wiggly-waggly there for some expressions. Got a ball joint there in the shoulders, so it could go out that much, in that much, all the way around. And you got a little bit of in and out there, which kind of serves as a butterfly joint, if you will. You got a ball jointed elbow there, so he could go about 90 degrees. You could swivel, and a little bit of in and out. So just pretty good there for a ball joint. Ball jointed hips, so you could do the splits like that, almost perfectly. Focus, camera. Going on with you today? Jesus, camera. You could go forward that much with the legs before this weird circular detail there bumps into his midsection. Oh shoot, you could force it. I don't know how many times you would want to do that, but it doesn't seem like, oh, it happened because I detached the waist, the transformation joint. So if you do want more leg up movement, you could detach the waist joint there, the transformation joint, and you could get it up the full range. And he could, we don't want to break his waist. Tab that back in. For backwards movement, you could angle this out. You could get more back, and if you just have it like that, it only goes a little bit back, but if you have it like that, you could get a bit more, which is good. And the problem here is he doesn't have thigh swivel, but you do have a swivel in there because of the ball joint, so I guess that kind of makes up for it, but it would have been nice if there was a thigh joint in there. And for the knees, they can move all the way in because of the transformation, so you can get some really nice dynamic poses, you know, him jumping, flying, or just moving around, which is really good. And the feet are pretty decently articulated. I really do like the way these feet are. You could angle them up, you could angle them down, because they're on a hinge on the inside here and a ball joint right here, so you could get some nice ankle tilt right there, which I really do love. And for a modern day size comparison, I'll do a deluxe here because that's basically how Windcharger would get released in today's standards. Here he is with, I don't know, just the closest deluxe I had on my table. ROTF Studio Series Sideways with loose legs, which makes him a little hard to stand. Come on, Sideways. Jesus, bro. There you go. So yeah, he's slightly shorter than your average deluxe. And to compare him with a modern day car minibot, here he is with Earthrise Cliff Jumper. So, and he is a little bit taller than Cliff Jumper. I don't know how accurate that is to the cartoon scale chart, but he is a little bit taller than a $20 deluxe or a $25 deluxe for today's standards now. So that's interesting, but I will say this one has more engineering to it, which is good, obviously. So there's that. Now for transformation, he is a scout class, so it is a bit more on the simpler side. So let's get right down to it. And voila, here he is in muscle car mode. I guess this would be a muscle car from the, I don't know if this is like an 80s car, like if it's made up or inspired by a modern, like an actual real car or something, but it's definitely muscle car-esque. You got the little exhaust engine thing there at the front, which is pretty cool. The rub symbol is still going. Looks like you don't need a lot of body heat to keep that going for a long time, which is kind of cool. But the car mode, very sleek, very nice. Obviously, it is a little small for a car if you want to put him with your other deluxes. I mean, that's the kind of funny thing with some of these mini-bots. Their alternate modes are supposed to be a little bit bigger than what they actually are with the figures, which is funny. But the rims aren't painted, which is whatever. At least they're pinned in. You mostly get mushroom peg wheels these days, so it does roll delectably, which is amazing. I love that. Here's the back. It's just black paint there. No real other details. You can flip the head around if you don't want the head showing. I just forgot to do that, but there's how it looks once it's transformed. Here's a look at the top. The front, it's just got the silver painted there for what would be the headlights, but there's no other real headlight detail in there. It's just the outline of the headlights. You got this light gray paint here for the bumper all the way around, and then the light gray continues around this front section here, and then this is painted black, which is pretty good. Same thing with the windows. No clear plastic for the windows, which is great. It's just solid plastic painted black, which, if y'all know me on the channel, I much prefer that over clear plastic because of how flimsy clear plastic can be, which really sucks, but I'm glad they didn't do it here. So yeah, I really do like how sleek the car mode is on this guy. For a quick modern day deluxe class car mode comparison, here is with Legacy Evolution Hotshot. And yeah, he's a little bit too small if you want him to scale with other deluxe class muscle car, race car-esque vehicles and characters. He is a little too small for that, which is a little unfortunate, but If you just want them with solo shots or solo stop motions, this car mode really does look great to shoot when you hit it from the right angles. Yeah, that basically concludes my little revision, overview, review, whatever you want to call this video on Reveal a Shield Windcharger here. I do think he still holds up pretty well for today's standards. I mean, he is missing, a couple standardized points of articulation that you would expect for today's standards, but you got to remember this is a scout class, which would basically be today's core class, and if you think about core class, they don't always have the highest grade of articulation, so, and plus this was a $7 figure, a bit cheaper than your typical core class for today's standards. But yeah, I really do like this figure. I think he's held up pretty well. If you could find this for around $25 to $30, I got mine sealed for $30, so if you could try and get it for that, or if you want to get one loose, maybe like $15-20, I think that would work pretty well. But yeah, I'd recommend getting this guy if you could find him for a good price. All my social medias are linked down below. My email is also down below if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, if you want to message me about whatever. And if you guys want to subscribe to my new Patreon link down below, it's got tons of exclusive content that you won't see here on YouTube or anywhere else, such as exclusive stop motions, Transformers photography. You guys get 1 week access before everybody else here on YouTube to my stop motion films. You guys get exclusive music and music snippets from my stop motion films. You guys get sneak peeks at projects I'm working on, such as dioramas, photography, stop motions, videos. You guys get Discord access. So if y'all want to help support me and help support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!